My name is Rogelio Rueda. Thank you for joining. We are starting the session, this part 3 of, just one little second here. Sorry about that. Thank you for joining. We are presenting today part 3 of the series of hidden treasures of iVend Retail. My name is Rogelio Rueda, and I will be your host today. Today we're going to be covering basically 4 different topics. One is the product list. This is a rather recent feature added to iVend Retail in the 6.4 series. We're going to talk about kits and assemblies. You're going to be able to see the differences between a kit and an assembly and when to use each one of them. We're going to be talking about barcode masking and when and how to use barcode masking in your retail store. And finally, we are going to be talking about alternative items and UPC codes. Also, explain the differences between both, and so that you make sure that you use the right ones with the right units of measures, etc. First of all, can I please ask you if you can raise your hand if you can see my screen? Sorry, I didn't ask this before, but okay. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so you're looking at my screen. So let's just move ahead and let's take the first topic today, which is our product list. Like I said, this is a new feature, a rather new feature introduced in iVend Retail, and which will provide, just give me one. We'll provide you with a quick entry of a quick entry form for the product master. As you know, right now the only way to add or edit a product is through the standard product master option in iVend Retail. But now this is a new form that you can use. It's a very convenient and the way that you can change different products in one shot, in one screen. You can basically do most of the operations that you can do in the product master using this function, and it will also facilitate, you know, the creation and modification of products all in one screen. Okay. So the product list you can find in the management console under the operations and the inventory and menu. Is actually the very last option in the inventory menu, and as you can see in this screenshot, you have different search fields, search criterias, and you can, like I said, you can inquiry and change items using these specific criteria. So I'm going to move to my management console, and I'm going to show you, like I said, you go to operations, inventory, and the very last option here is the product list. As you can see, you can select, you know, a range of products. You can search by costing method. You can search by vendor and manufacturer. So let's just pick one quick manufacturer. I want to see, for example, I'm going to use a keyword. I'm going to go shampoo from the manufacturer Aussie. And in one shot I can see all the shampoos that I have in my store or I have in my product master from the manufacturer Aussie. I can just also go in and see very quickly. Let's reset this screen and let's say, for example, show me all the serial tracked items that I have in my product master. So I can see that all the items that appear on my screen are serial managed. I'm going to select one of them and I can see, for example, all the upsells that this product has by clicking on the upsell tab here. So in one shot I can see that this Canon camera can be offered in case the customer buys this camera. You can offer the carrying case, the scan disc, etc. And you can also see all the alternate products for this camera. And as you can see, there's a matching factor that you can use for this item in case you run out of the original, the first item. Remember that in order to be able to offer these items at the POS, you need to make sure that there's enough available stock for these items so they show up on your screen. Also, let's see, you can another very convenient feature here is that you can select, for example, and show in one screen all your matrix items. So by selecting this search criteria, you can search and see which of my products in my master are matrix items. So I'm gonna go with this product here, and I'm gonna see all the child items of this product in one shot. You can see all the different sizes and colors. Also, you can see, you can even have a matrix view of this item. Let's select the color and the size and search. And you can see that for this t-shirt, you have the green and the red color and the available quantities on your Greenfield store. Okay, you can select the store. In my case, I have only one store defined in my demo stack, but you can select the store and you can see the available quantities. I'm going to see also, I'm sorry about the language here, I couldn't change it to English, but you can see the price, the unit price for this product also on the different sizes and colors, all in one shot. Okay. All right, so that's basically pretty much, like I said, is in one shot the ability to be able to change inquiry mostly, but also to even add products in one same screen. Let's go back to the presentation, and let's now, if you have any questions, please, I can ask you if you can take a note, and I'll be happy to answer any questions at the end of the session. I'm going to talk about kits now. Kits, the kits are a feature that will provide you to put together two inventory items in your store and sell them as one package. Okay, this applies, for example, when you may have some overstock of some products and you want to set up a promotion and put together 2 or 3 or more items in one little basket or one package, and you can always build and break this kits so that whenever you run out of this package, you can always build more, or if a customer would like to take only one of the items of the package, you can also break the kit. Okay, you have to bear in mind that kits, the items need to be available in your stock so that you can put them together and create a new packaged item in your inventory. Okay. There's a question here. Is the product ad for standalone or with ERP? This is for both. Steve, this is for both. It works for standalone and the integrated version of iVend. Okay. Okay. So just like when you put together a kit, you take two individual items into one. You are adding a new item to your master. The same way, when you break a kit, you are taking apart two items, and you are also affecting the available stock for these individual items. Now let's talk about assemblies, which are a little bit different and work in a different way depending on your needs. So assemblies will provide you a feature to enable the sale of packaged items at the POS. Different from kits, an assembly is not a stock item. So you will see that the assembly parent item is will be a non-stock item, and basically what you're doing is at the POS you're selling a product that is composed by different or two or more inventory items. Okay, with assemblies, the items are always available as long as you have the available stock for the components. And in this case, assemblies, you don't break or build assemblies. You just define how the assembly is set up, and then all you do is you sell the parent assembly, and then all the different components are pulled from the inventory. Okay, like I said, in a kit, as you can see in the screenshots here, the end product is a stock product, and it's maintained in your inventory. So you actually create a parent kit product in your inventory, unlike the assembly. In the assembly, what you do is you create the assembly, but what you do is you take current stock inventory items from your item master. So let me go to your to the management console and show you how this is done. So for kits, let's go to inventory and kit setup. Right now, I have only one kit created in my my whole product master, and this is, as you can see, I called it kit combo PNG, which is composed by a bottle of shampoo and a bottle of conditioner. So as you can see, the kit is composed by one bottle of shampoo and one bottle of conditioner, and these two items are currently actual items in my product master. Is the 100-184 and 100-771. These two compose my kit, which I call it kit combo PNG, and it's the item code for this is 101-300. So let's go into my product master and see how these products are defined. So let's take 101-300. And you will see that first of all, this is my kit combo PNG. First of all, this is an item defined as kit, most importantly, is of course is a stock item. It's an inventory item which I will have control of. It is saleable. It is non-purchasable because I will never purchase my kit. I will purchase my individual bottle of shampoo and conditioner, but I will be able to sell this this item. Notice that the non-stock, unlike an assembly, the non-stock is unchecked. So I will keep track of this item. Let's see now the just one of the components, 184. And this is just a standard product that I have in my stock. It's a stock item also. It's refundable, it's saleable, and purchasable. And let's just go to the point of sale. And let me show you how you break and build kits. So you have to go to the user menu, and there's an option here for kits build and break. Okay, so let's say that I need to sell one of these packages or baskets, but I don't have any in stock. So what I do is I add and I select the kit. This of course has to be defined previously so that it shows up on the screen. So as you can see, I don't have any quantity available, so I need to actually build one. So I go a 1, enter, and that way, as you can see, are you sure you want to build a break? Yes. And now let's go and try again. Let's see. My kit has now 1 quantity available. Okay, so the way it works for to break a kit is using the minus sign. So what you do is you enter -1 and then you go OK, and this way you're actually breaking the kit. Okay, so now we'll see that we don't have any quantity available. Of course, when I build a new kit, what I'm doing actually is I'm taking 1 bottle of shampoo and 1 bottle of conditioner, and I'm putting them together in one product, which is called my kit combo. So this item increases in 1 and the other 2 decrease in 1, so that I can build my kit, and vice versa when you break the kit. Okay. So whenever I scan the code or enter the code for my kit, what I'm actually selling is a bottle of shampoo and a bottle of conditioner, but all together in one unique item for 149. Okay. Now let's talk about assemblies now. So assemblies, unlike kits, are different in a way that you have to define what in other areas we call a BOM, a BOM, which is basically a list of materials. So right now, let's say that you are a small retailer and you have this convenience store and that you sell coffee. You have a coffee machine. So let's say that you have a coffee Americano 8 ounces, and this coffee Americano, you have a cup, you have a cup cover, you usually the customer will take a steering stick and a sleeve. So you want to be able to have control of your inventory of cups and covers. So what you do is basically you create a product called Coffee Americano, and then every time you sell a Coffee Americano, you will pull out one cup, one cover, one stick, and one sleeve. So this is how you build your assembly in iVend, and that's how you have control of your let's call it the raw material. Of course, you can have here the coffee, 8 ounces of coffee, maybe water, cream, whatever. This is just an example. So let's look for the end product, 101 400, and you will see that this product, first of all, is defined as an assembly, okay, and it's saleable, but it's non-purchasable. I will never buy a Coffee Americano. I would rather buy coffee cups, coffee covers, etc. And also, let me show you, also very important, is a non-stock item. Okay, so you're going to create all your BOMs or your assemblies just like you do when you build, like a chair or a table or whatever you want to build in your business. You're going to use assemblies for that. All right. Now let's see the cup. The cup is a regular standard item, except that you don't sell the cup. Okay, you do purchase the cup. Okay, and it's a stock item. All right. Okay. So yeah, at the POS, what you basically do is so you have the 8 ounces, or you can, it's very convenient to have quick buttons for this type of items in your POS. So when you're actually selling a Coffee Americano, you're actually, subtracting one cup, one cover, etc. All right. Of course, you don't want to see all the, details here. Okay, so that's about kits and assemblies. Let's move forward and let's very quickly go into barcode masking. Barcode masking, for those of you who may have never used barcode masking, is mostly when you have scales maybe at your store, and you have like a deli section, maybe fruits and vegetables, that type of items. And what you do is you define the barcode masking, and you define whether it's the product ID, the barcode, the price. You have that flexibility to actually build the mask the way you need it, based on how the label is actually printed out in your scale, I would say. So this barcode masking feature will allow the user to define multiple barcode masks for different products, and this barcode masks are attached individually at the product master for each item. You can build, like I said, different structures using even the batch or the serial numbers, the quantity, the unit of measure. There's a very flexible structure to define your barcode mask. As we'll see, you can use delimited barcode mask or with fixed length. This is the screenshot of the barcode mask, and let me just move to my management console. And barcode masks are also found under operations inventory and barcode mask. Let me just close this out. Barcode mask. And I have one of my products at my deli is chicken. Okay, so I sell chicken by the pound. So what I do is I basically define the barcode mask as product ID, the price, and the quantity. Like I said, there's also this fixed length or width delimiter. So I have also defined a barcode mask for beef, let's say. So in this case, as you can see, you use the mask type as delimiter, and my delimiter will be the @. So I have to build my barcodes using that criteria. As you can see, the factors, let me go back to my my chicken, which is the one I'm going to use at the POS. I have a length. My product ID is 10 characters long, and the factor is always 1. Always for the product ID, the factor is 1. The price, I'm using four digits, of which the last 2 is the decimals, and the quantity is also 4 digits, of which the last 3 are decimals. So in other words, I'm going to be selling perhaps 1 pound, 2, 3, 8 pounds, 0.5, 0.53 of chicken. All right. So I have a little, where is my, just 1 second, please. Okay, I'm going to use I'm going to go to the POS. I'm going to sell, avoid this sale. And what I'm going to use is my chicken. Let me go to my product master, and let me show you how my chicken is defined. So my product ID is P00094, and as you can see, this is a regular item. Just make sure that you allow fractional quantity for this item. It's a regular stock item, so you need to buy and sell. And the important thing is that the barcode mask is linked to this item through this field. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use the first, as you remember, I use a Sentinel, which is CH, and this is the first 2 characters that will indicate that I'm using a barcode mask. So the next part is my product ID, which is 10 characters long. And what I'll do is I'll just, of course, this is something that I will be scanning on a barcode. $94, I think. Then I have 4 positions for the price. So let's say that the total price is $7 with 0 cents, and let's say that I'm buying 2 pounds of chicken, 2 and 3 decimals. So what the POS will do is it will take that barcode and interpret as 2 pounds at $3.50 and a total of $7 of chicken breast. Okay, so that's how the barcode mask is indicating that these codes should be read. All right. So this, of course, comes in a barcode that it was maybe produced by a scale or another device that will just stick on a plastic bag or on the product, and will take the customer to the cashier to pay. Okay, so let's now talk about alternate products. This is again another feature that will allow you to suggest alternate products at the POS for products that are available. So in that way, you are not losing the sale. We have the feature to allow multiple alternate products, and that can be associated to a product, and you can also attach a percentage of matching, a matching factor that can be defined for each individual item. Similarly, you have UPC codes. So what UPC codes will allow you is that sometimes your vendors will use their own individual UPC or barcodes for the products, or in our example that we're going to see is you also have the ability to sell products by different units of measure. So let's say that we have a soda or a beer or something that you sell individually, or you sell on a pack of 6 or a pack of 12. You can define different UPC codes for the different units of measure, and that way iVend will always recognize it's the same product, except that it's multiplied by different factors. So what you have is that with alternate products, you allow the cashier to present different options in case the product that the customer wishes is not available, and the UPC codes, the alternate UPC codes, you present different options to go with the same item. Okay, so let's move to the management console again, and let's look for alternate products again under my inventory menu. And in this case, we're going to use, let me search for my product. Okay. As you can see, this Canon PowerShot camera, if ever I don't have this camera on stock, I can always offer the customer other alternatives, such as these other 4 models, in which case the first one has a match factor of 100, and the rest, maybe it's not with slightly different features, but again, you have something to offer the customer in case you don't have the product that the customer wants. So at the POS, what you need to do is to run out of the main product, the parent. The main product, in order for the POS to show you the availability of these other items. In the case of alternate UPCs, you go to inventory, alternate UPC codes, and in this case, let's look at product 10103. And like I said, I have this Coca-Cola Classic, and as you can see, if I sell this Coca-Cola Classic by the unit, I'm selling 1. If I sell it by the 6-pack, I'm using this barcode, and if I sell it by the the 12, then I use this barcode. So I can have maybe my Coca-Cola can comes with this barcode, pre-printed, but then if I have a case, I'm going to make sure that I link this barcode to the the actual carton case. And if a different product with 12, I'm going to make sure that I use this barcode instead. So let's move to the point of sale, and let's see the effect of using different UPC codes. So for the first one, I'm going to use the first UPC code. As you can see, when I scan the first barcode, I'm actually selling quantity of 1 at 167. And then if I use the second one, I will be selling a case of a six pack of Coca-Cola Classic, and then the price is just multiplying the unit price by 167. And finally, if I'm selling the 12 pack, I just use this barcode, and the quantity is now 12. So let me show you how this item looks like. So what you basically do is you define your your unit product, and then you go to the UPC code. This is the individual UPC code, and on the alternate UPC codes, what you do is you basically go and select the units of measure and the quantity that you're going to use for each one. You can also, let's say that you're not talking about different units of measure, you just want to have multiple UPC codes or multiple barcodes for the same product. You just forget about the unit of measure. This is because this is a product managed by unit of measure. But if in case it is not, then all you do is you take, you create the different UPC codes for the same product with quantity of 1. Okay. So that's how you use multiple UPC codes for one same product, and multiple alternate items whenever you run out of stock of one item, so that you don't lose the sale with your customer. So this is basically the end of the presentation. I really hope that you guys have learned something new, that you find it useful. I can always be reached by email if you have any further questions. Right now, I'm going to open for any questions or information that you need. But again, if you just write your question on the chat panel of the webinar, and if not, I can always offer you my email is rogelio.rueda@cdaccess.com, and I will be happy to help you with any queries that you have. At this point, my presentation ends. Please let me know if you have any questions. Okay. There's a question for item matrix products. You can search and query the child items on the product list window. You cannot add new child items to the product. For that, you need to use the standard item matrix screen to create or change or add new attributes, etc. The product list function is just to inquiry and perhaps change relevant information on the items, but not for. I hope that responds your question. Yes, all these options are available from 6.4 onwards. It's yeah. Okay. If there's no more questions, I really appreciate your attendance. Like I said, I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have them. Thank you very much again, and have a good day.